We are live.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Live for No Reason. Uh, I really want to say that in my radio voice, if I can. Y'all, live for no reason. Welcome to the show. Um, I have with me, as always, the beautiful Glass City Pickers family and my big brother, Mr. Buffalo Picker, down below. Today's show is going to be really fun. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about our reselling journeys the last few weeks. Thank you all for joining us, and we will get into a discussion about strangers. Thank you all for joining us. Let me turn off my YouTube.
I was gonna say, who's echoing?
We'll talk about supporting strangers online, social media, how we met, meeting people, supporting people. This community is pretty strong. And it's basically strong because of a community of people that really never met each other, but we continue to support each other.
Sure.
And why is that? So let's kick off the show by saying hello to a few people. I know Betty Boop is in the chat first, as always. She will be joining us here shortly. Middleman is going to be on a little bit later as well. Thrifty, the Thrifty Broad. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for coming out. Jennifer Hayes, as always, Gulf Coast Pickers. Char F, thanks for joining us. So we'll start with Glass City. Just give us kind of a last few weeks what you've been up to since we missed last Friday. Got a couple things to catch up on. Let us know what's been going on, what you guys have been up to, and then we'll move on.
Glass City Pickers. Hey man, it's been a slow grind. Put it like that. It's been a real slow grind over here. We got snowed in this week. That's one thing that happened to us this week. But going out hustling and doing any of those things, we haven't been moving and shaking like that. It's like I said, it's been at a real snow stale pace. Few things selling here and there, but other than that, nothing spectacular to go right home and tell nobody nothing about. What you think?
No, and we haven't moved the car since Tuesday, so.
So we really just been real chilling, building our little strategy.
We had a lot of snow, that's why too.
Working on our little strategy. Got a little stuff we had. I wanted to cross list, so I did some cross listing. But like I said, nothing spectacular, nothing to go say, hi, we did this, we did that, and it was just the greatest day. It was a humble last couple weeks, man. Just sit back and chilled a lot, honestly. But other than that, happy to be here this Friday. Glad for the ones. Hi, everybody that came out, hang out with us on Live for No Reason and everything. So we'll pass the mic.
All right, Buff, what you got?
What I don't have.
What you don't have.
Yeah, man. So what I've been up to, I've been doing a lot of purchases, toys. I kind of did a few snapshots, put them on Instagram. Got a lot of support from people that follow and a few other people that's in the reselling community. Gave me a few shout outs. I made a huge toy purchase from a toy broker, and I'm in the process of making a video on that. I met up with my regular toy guy this week and bought a lot of NECA figures, action figures. Of course, I was posting a lot in Instagram about the big sale with Ross that started on Monday. And it's actually still going on in certain stores. Some stores are really slow with the markdown. Some people were right on it. I guess it's all depending on the store manager for those particular Ross department stores. What else I've done? Been working on the warehouse. Maybe in the process of hiring my first person there next week. I think I was supposed to interview about 5 or 6 folks for the position. And I'm working on putting out my fast pace to becoming a resale Amazon reseller book out. Should have that together and posted by next week. Hopefully by the next time we do this show, I'll be letting you all know the actual title name and is it available on Amazon. So, and let me speak on this too. I've got a book out there right now, but where I messed up at is I didn't make the paper copy version of it. But once I learned, because this is my first time getting into posting books, ebooks on Amazon, is that if you're going to do a paper version, it has to be more than 14 pages. And my 9 principle guide is only about 12 pages, I think it is. So it can only be seen on Kindle. And I have a few sales that I can, I don't know who purchased those, but if you did, if you were able to purchase the ebook and you're in the community, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram, and I can reimburse you for making the purchase. All I ask is that you give me a nice review on the book as a favor. And but I'm not putting a whole lot of advertisement in this particular ebook. But when I push out the fast pace to becoming a Amazon reseller, I'm gonna definitely be promoting that particular ebook because I put a lot of work into that book. Definitely started like 3 years ago, putting my ideas together, and I just found enough time to put it all together. So look forward to that. If you not an Amazon reseller and you want to start, I got a lot of little tips in that particular book that'll help give you a fast start and skip some steps to becoming a good reseller on Amazon. So that's pretty much what I've been up to, Mess Hall.
All right, good stuff. I know we're all excited about the book. I know you're talking about last time we were together. Hiring a new employee. I mean, what's that all about? How's that?
Oh yeah. So
how's that working?
Yeah. So basically, my wife she conducts a lot of interviews for what she do in her position with the corporate office in her banking community. And so what I did was I reached out to a temp service and gave them my requirements, and basically they pushing it out to try to find some serious candidates for the job. So the last I've spoken with them this week, they told me they have about 6 candidates, pretty much mostly in the mid-age type range. So we're going to sit down and interview those folks and see if they are viable candidates that we can bring into the warehouse and start working. So right now, what I'm looking for is someone that can, I would say about 60% of the job is listing. And then another 20% is pulling and packing and keeping up with the inventory would be the additional 20%. So 20, it's breaking it down into a 20-20-60 range. So majority of the time they'll be coming there to list, and then maybe 20% of the time we'll be working on the inventory, keep making sure the inventory is straight, and then another 20% is pulling and packing.
Yeah, that'll definitely help you out a lot. I know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So as we near the end of January, got a few days left in this month, and I can't believe it's almost the end of January already. It's been flying by. How are things sales-wise for you guys for this month? Glass City?
Slow.
Now, is that normal for the last few years? Is January a slower month for you normally?
No, it's not normal at all. It's just us. It's just us in our situation right now, and we've only been here a few months, so we don't even have everything where it should be.
Correct. So
we're really not pushing like we did before.
So with the little stuff we got and the stuff that I've been listening here and there, if we get a bite, like I said, we get a bite, but we just really trying to start really putting stuff back where they need to be. And with Amazon, we really haven't had that up and running since we've been here. So, we taking that off vacation coming here soon. But we just got to get our inventory to where we want it. We can't be on Amazon and then we get a sale. And even though stuff is listed, that means we're going to have to go through a jungle of just to go get where we need stuff. You know what I mean? And we got totes and crates of stuff that's everything that's in there with the name and everything on it. But if we get a sale, then that means we got to go out there. We got to fumble through whatever else. If it's not right here at this tote, what tote is it in? Then we said till we get it all the way right, we don't want to half step and get caught up in the rapture like that. So we just been, like I said, the things that we know that we can get through, like some new stuff we just bought like a couple of weeks ago. We caught on sale at some few stores. I just put it on eBay and, and letting stuff ride, whatever on eBay that I can touch besides the stuff we already got up there. But other than that,
so you're doing a lot of merchant fulfilled stuff right now on Amazon. A lot of merchant fulfilled.
That would be the only way if we did, because we ain't sending nothing in yet. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be the only way we would be able to, bump that avenue up. But we're not going to, because you get bit with Amazon, man. You make too many mistakes, you'll be kicked off. You did, or you'll be shut down. So for us not to have our business get knocked off the platform like that because we can't fulfill this order because we don't know where this packet, this piece of inventory is, or we can't get to this at this time and this, that, and the third. We don't want to mess the business up like that. So yeah, man, it's just been slow. But like I said, we had a few sales like the beginning of this week, but we ain't had nothing since.
What about you, Buff? How's January been?
So January kind of been slow than normal, but I think it has a lot to do with the changes that I've been going through with my process. Last year, this time I was still making shipments to Amazon, keeping a nice flow going in. Probably the first week right after New Year's, I was sending in a big shipment to Amazon. This year, I just looked at my inventory and I have like 10 items for all the items that I sent to Amazon during Q4. I have about 10 items on inventory. So right now I am in the process of getting a shipment together to send back to Amazon because it ain't the inventory because I have plenty of that. It's just to find the time to get a shipment together. And I'm the type of person when I make a shipment, I don't like doing 4 or 5 boxes to Amazon. I like to send at least 15 to and up. And so right now, I was speaking to my son about this a couple of days ago. Is that we're going to get together on Sunday and start working the Amazon shipment so that I can get a shipment there. But between the two of Amazon and Walmart, I would say that the sales are decent, but it's definitely nowhere compared to the way it was last year.
Far between. Far in between.
Yeah, I know for me, I can't speak on Amazon. I can only speak on eBay because that's where my focus is. But January started off pretty rough. I mean, I think I had 9 sales in the first 2 weeks. But here lately, this last week's been really good. I don't know what happened. The algorithm flipped, or I don't know what happened, but I've been crushing it this week. And that's been my focus, really. I ran the numbers over the last 3 years for myself. Well, I made Todd run the numbers. I didn't run the numbers. So over the last 3 years, and now I consider myself like a serious part-time reseller. Like I probably dedicate 15 hours a week to reselling. So that would be like the equivalent of having a part-time job, I would guess, because, a full-time job's, 40, 50 hours a week. But when I say serious, like I'm really dedicated to those 15 hours of just being my resale hours. And over the last 3 years, I average about 34 sales a week over a 3-year period. Now I know there's a lot of people on Instagram you see are doing like 80 sales a weekend and stuff. All right, I'm not at that level. I'm part-time, but 34 sales a week for 3 years is pretty good.
Yeah, that's nothing to cough at. That's good.
If let's just say I'm taking like bare minimum profit margins of like $5 per item, that's still like an extra $170 a week that I'm bringing in just doing this part-time thing that I love to do, right?
And you're having fun. That's the whole point.
Having a blast, which is an extra like $680 a month that I'm putting in my pocket for my family, for whatever, save for vacation, pay off debt. And that's just taking bare minimum profits. $5 an item. You know, you go to the thrift store, find a t-shirt for $2.99, you sell it for $12 plus shipping. You come out $5 ahead, whatever, however you want to do the math. But that's my goal now, is to eclipse that number, try to find out ways where I can get better, because it's been kind of steady that same way. I haven't made any big leaps and bounds in the last couple of years, but I haven't really lost anything either. So that's kind of been my focus lately. How do I, start making more sales, start getting better at what I'm doing, being pickier when I go out thrifting, those kinds of things. So that's my kind of reseller recap. I really want to jump into this topic. I see I have Middleman and Lisette are in the green room ready to launch. Again, we're going to be talking about supporting each other, why we support people we've never met before, support this community. And speaking of support, man, hey, subscribe to my channel, baby. All right? Share this show with people. I think since the last time we did a show, I lost 16 subscribers somehow. So that's not good. We don't need to go that way. We need to go up, baby. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share the show. We're always here just to have a good conversation, to help each other out. We're here for you guys, for the chat, for the people that we bring on. We're here to just have a good time, hang out with each other, try to get some good information pushed out to you guys. And that's it, So without further ado, let's crowd the room up a little bit. Bring Lisette in.
Yay!
We'll bring Middleman in. We allowed to have all these people on here?
Yeah, why not? The more the merrier. Have a party.
You know me, I'm ghetto, man. I got like the low budget minimum StreamYard account, dude. I don't know what the limitations are.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
What's up,
hope everybody well.
All right, before we get started, just say what's up, Middleman, what you've been up to. I'll give you a couple minutes, and then Betty Boop, just introduce yourself real quick, and tell people where they can find you, that sort of thing, and then we'll jump into this topic. Okay, so go ahead, Middleman.
Hi, I'm the Middleman Picker. I am a part-time reseller, truck driver. I sell on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and any place that allow me to get on it, I will sell it. I'm in Florida. I'm ex-military, and what I've been doing lately is trying to build my inventory up a little bit more, so I can start shipping back to Amazon. And I'm looking into trying to ship to Walmart now too. So it's gonna be a good year this year.
Right. It's gonna be a good year, bro. I promise you that. It's gonna be a good year.
Every day is a good day,
All right, every year is a good year. By the grace of God, every year is a good year.
Yes, sir.
The homie, Lisette New England, Betty Boop, Instagram, famous. You got like 15 names. I can't remember. Posh is my purpose.
Yes, that's it.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. I know I gave you kind of a late warning that I needed you on, but we'll get into that in a minute. But just introduce yourself. Where can we find you? That sort of thing.
Sure. I am Lisette. Thank you for having me. It's something that's near and dear to me, so I appreciate it. I am currently living in Massachusetts. I've been here almost 6 years. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, if you can't tell by my accent. And I am a full-time reseller, a mom of 3. I am married. My children are 26, 23, and 15. And yeah, just living the life right now. Living the life, right?
That's why you say you're from
So you
Brooklyn,
can find me
right?
originally from Brooklyn. Yes. So I have been making more videos, just a couple what sold, mostly community-based things, unboxings with box swaps with friends, things like that. I do shorts. I'm very into fitness. I try to share that with the community because I think it's very important. Leroy and I recently started a group that we have going, just, get us more active and in better health as we move forward. And I am Pasha's My Purpose on Instagram. I'm much more active there. If you have anything for me to share, or if you want to reach me for any reselling, anything that I can help you with, just reach out anytime. And that's about it.
All right. Yeah, I got lost in Brooklyn one time, and
Did you? It's very easy. It's very big.
It was
And
very
it depends on where you get lost.
heart racing experience. I was not in the good part of Brooklyn. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, there are many not good parts of Brooklyn.
Yeah, someone that looks like me should not be lost in that area of Brooklyn. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So let's start this show off. I'll give you guys kind of a roadmap of where I want to go with this. All right, we're talking about stranger danger, the support groups that we have on social media, which is how most of us really met. Me and Buffalo Picker and Glass City, we met through Instagram. We eventually met in person, and we clicked right away. We were like long lost cousins anyway. But there's a lot of people online that we talk to, we DM, we ask for favors, we support, we like, we comment, and these are people we've never met before. And it creates kind of an interesting dynamic to have a discussion about. The reason I wanted to have New England Betty Boop on is because she's been one of my day ones, man. And day ones are just people that since I started on social media, Instagram, YouTube, she's always supported me. She's always shared my stuff. She's always tried to, help me grow. So she was the perfect person to be on this topic, this show. And that's why I wanted to have her here with us. So I kind of broke it down into categories, right? So we have our day ones, people that have been there from the beginning, the people you should never forget about, no matter how big you get, right? Always remember your day ones. You have the people that are like the follow for follow type people, right? Hey, I'll follow you if you follow me. We have people that use us, they need us for things, but aren't really interested in kind of giving us anything, right? But we also have people like that too. There's people that we use, that we need, we network with. We only use them for networking and getting us answers of things that we need to get done. And then you have the mutual respect where we just help each other, right? So those are kind of like the categories. So I'm gonna go around the room, and like I said, if you don't really have a whole lot on this topic, that's fine. We'll move on to the next. And in the chat, if you have anything on this topic, how you met somebody, why are you supporting people you've never met before? How can you really trust those people? You don't really know them. Chime in the chat. We'll talk about your responses as well. But we'll go ahead and start with Glass City, and then we'll go around the room. Be respectful. Let's not cut each other off. Just talk about why, as a community, we're really supporting people that we don't really know that well. Go ahead, Glass City.
Go ahead, baby.
Well, I personally, after watching someone for a little while, I feel like I get to know them a little bit better. I think we all can judge. I don't want to say judge, but you can see someone and they're being genuine or they're not being genuine. And most of us can easily pick that out. And so we know who we want to support and who we don't want to support. We'd probably love to support everyone, but it's not the way the world works. So I don't know. I think that it was a video game that brought us to Big Tom. So, I mean, that's what, it's still social media, I guess, but that's what brought us to him. And then we all met up in Pittsburgh. Go Steelers. And then from there, we just met everybody on. It wasn't Defend the Hustle. We started out as just a little group of people.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I like seeing everybody's post, and I don't always, I'm bad about it. I'll be flipping through and I'll be like, oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. Oh, and then I flip through and then I ADH off and then I go to something else and then I forget to like it. But I always in my heart liked it, but don't always mark it. But I don't know. I think it's just nice. It's nice to encourage somebody instead of, bring them down. It's easy to bring somebody down instead of encourage them. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess like piggyback off what she said, it's many ways to look at this thing, and you can look at it like, hey, are we on social media for friends? Are we on social media for clickbait? Are we on social media for stuff that means something? Or what are we doing on social media? I never really been a social media guy. So this right here was something new to me. And when it got brought to
Big time made us do it.
Right, he bullied us and made us get on TV. You better get on YouTube. We didn't have no plans on doing nothing like this. And then we got to watching people in the community and got to seeing some people that, like the people that's here right now, are been some of the people that's been there since day one, since we done came up here. And then some of the people that we didn't met through this have became good people that we feel genuinely care and feel some kind of way about them.
Like we take road trips to, Kentucky to eat their food and everything. It's really nice.
And just to feel like some we can talk to on the phone. They have our personal number. So it has been, we built some kind of family. It kind of, we have grown together and through it all.
And even though you say that we don't really know people, the people that we're reading on the internet, you do know them. After so many years, you get to know them. I mean, unless they're a really good damn liar, the people that you're talking to on a weekly basis.
Well, and I feel like people that do reach out to us, we don't mind reaching back out. I'm not a person that come chasing you down. Hey, you need me? I'm right there. Hey man, then you got to do is ask me a question. It's an open book over here. So we don't mind helping and sharing, but it's also, we had to learn that because we know you can't trust everybody. And we know this, we're not naive to that, but we don't mind supporting no one. So it's kind of different and it's fun, it's unique to me. Like I said, I never believed that, oh man, all these people liking these videos, watching these videos, this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, ain't nobody watching that. It never was my cup of tea. I watch some sports stuff and everything, and then I start following and liking and watching and stuff. And everybody has their own unique personality, just like the world is so different. Everybody is so different. But like we can say, we can spot a $9 biller. Until you don't show your $9 bill size. If y'all don't know what that means, fake. If you don't show that, you got a friend over here. We gonna like, support, and everything.
But if I see that,
I'm cool because I'm just gonna be genuine, man. I'm not coming over here to lie to kick it with nobody to make. Hey, we doing just chickadee dog. We got this. No. Everything is not smooth sailing. Everything is not easy. If that's the case, everybody would do it. But everybody want to get in front of that camera and make sure, hey, thumbs up. I'm the guy. We the guy. It's not like that. So just to cut my tongue off a little bit, I'm just going to tell y'all this. I'm glad that I met this community.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I met a lot of the people in this community. And I'm just happy that I'm able to even share a little piece of who I am with some of you people. So,
and if I see your little thing on Instagram or anything else and I don't like it, don't think, oh, she don't like it. I do. I just don't always do it.
Well, I go back and double down, if I see. But like, I just wanted y'all to know that it's no hard feelings. It's just that everybody just don't grab my attention like that because I'm not a social media hound, and just be like that. That's why I haven't made.
But I'm glad you all came out tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all did too. And this was a good topic, Miss Hall, because I love supporting people. I love seeing people come up. I love to see people be able to take something and turn it into something. Take nothing and turn it into something, excuse me. And I love that, I know everybody ain't doing it like that all the time. Everybody's not winning, but I still love to see people doing something that they're passionate about, that they happy that they found something that they can be passionate about. So it's two.
So you want to take to the next step, then I have to look sideways at you.
Yeah, it's two ends to this candle, man. And you can burn them at both ends, or you can burn one end and just let it burn. But other than that, I'm just like I said, I'm happy to be in this community. And even though, I feel like we could give more and of one another, we could be more supportive of one another, because I feel like all of us can learn from each other. And other than that, man, I'm gonna pass it.
I'm glad Big Tom bullied us into it, I guess.
Thanks, bro. But that's here nor there.
Hey, good job. Very well said.
D bored, D middleman, he's sleeping.
He's been working
No,
all
he's
day.
not.
He's
He's
had
not
17
sleeping.
jobs, man. That dude's
Not
been working.
sleeping.
I'll put him to sleep.
Yeah, he worked 17 jobs, man. You've been up since 6 o'clock Saturday morning.
Wake up, the show's back on.
It's like you remember The Living Color? He's going and got 3 jobs. All right, my big brother Buffalo. What's up? The floor is yours, my man. Give us some insight.
All right, man. I seen someone comment in the chat. Who was it? I'm gonna give you your props. The Thrifty Broad. Yeah,
She
she made a comment in the chat. No,
That's Melissa.
No, she said most of the people in the community is great, and I agree with that. But there's a certain percentage of bad and everything, disingenuous and everything. But one thing I can say, and I agree, that majority of the people in this community is great. And I started out my channel with the sole purpose of sharing, reselling information with people. And I think that's why a lot of folks gravitated to my videos. I got monetized so fast, and a lot of support and people sharing my videos because I didn't mind sharing the information with people. My thing is, like Glass City said, that he's cool with you until you show them a $9 bill. And I'm the same type person, is that I look at people. I don't look at people, even though I see color, I don't judge you by your color. I judge you by real and fake. And that's how I look at it. I don't care what color you are. My evaluation of you is real and fake. And you're gonna show me as much time as I spend with you, you're gonna show me the real side of you at some point. So when I go out and give information, I give this information without any intent of receiving something in return. And I always been like that. I got a lot of heat from some people that are close to me in my circle in the beginning, when I was just giving out a whole bunch of information, and was telling me to curtail that back because I was just giving out too much information. But my thing with that is, my blessings don't come from man. My blessings come from the Almighty. So when I give with no expectations of anything in return. And I think that's why I receive so much favor in the resale game. I have had people ask me, how you be getting these great deals and stuff like that. And the only thing I can say is, when they ask me that, is that I got favor. I think we all have it, but it's based off of our actions. I don't give anything to people thinking that I got to get 2 or 3 things back. I don't do that. But in this, one thing I heard one millionaire said that, in order to move forward or grow, you got to put people around you with the same mindset. And what I took from that is, you got a network. You cannot be successful on your own. When I first started in the reselling, I was the type of guy that I stayed in the shadow because I thought I had something that nobody else had, until I went to a meeting here in Atlanta for Amazon, and come to find out it was a bunch of people trying to find out the resale game. Even though I was a bit ahead of them, it was a bunch of people trying to find out and learn this resale game. So I was like, that was an enlightening moment for me, because it brought me out of the shadows and made me start a YouTube channel to say, hey, I got a lot to offer. Let me put myself out here and give some of this information to people that are going to these seminars and paying $4 and $5 and $1,000 for information that they could get right here on YouTube. So I say, and my last little thing before I finish this is that, don't take people kindness for a weakness. I have had that experience here on in reselling the resale community, that people had the perception that I just supposed to give you all the information that I have, things that I have researched, worked for, network with people, other people to obtain. You think that you supposed to just come up, subscribe to my channel, and then I just give you the whole book. It doesn't work like that. Everybody know it doesn't work like that. There's certain things I can give, and certain things I have to hold close to the chest, and there's certain things that I have received from other resellers that have required me to hold that information within that circle. And I have to respect that, because, when I look at it in hindsight, they didn't even have to give me that information. And I didn't get to this point on my own. I got to this point through networking and sharing and receiving things from people. So keep that in mind when you moving along, whatever platform you sell on or however you dealing with people. It's a bunch of people in this community that doesn't mind helping, but just don't take their kindness for a weakness. That's all I got, Miss Hom.
Thanks, Buff, for that. Definitely, like one of the things I mentioned before, there are people that will follow you, hoping to gain something from you, and offer really nothing in return. They just need to use you for their own personal gain. So just be careful out there. Watch out for that. Moving on, we'll move on to middleman, because I want to give Betty Boop a lot of time to just grace us with her presence and give us all the love that she has to give. So, middleman, the floor is yours. Give us your experiences in social media, networking, meeting people online, and just pretty much what you've experienced.
Well, mine's not that long. I started this business looking for extra money to pay bills and take my family out for vacations, stuff like that. I started running to. I look for more of genuine people when I follow them or um, decide to befriend them on here. I also, when you start watching different YouTubers, their personalities start coming out. They start showing bits and pieces of who they are. So when I see that a YouTuber or a guru start selling more than start throwing out information, that I tend to pull back from them, right? But then you find people like the panel that you can actually learn something from, and they genuine people. You can touch them, you can talk to them, and they help you. They'll help you no matter what. If you just ask, that's all you have to do is ask. I found other YouTubers out here because I've been on the private label side, and I've been over here, and there's guys on the private label side that I still kind of talk to, but I'm over here more so now in retail arbitrage. So I tend to talk to more Buff and some of the other uh, YouTubers out here that know me. But I'm like Buff. When you show me who you are, I tend to gravitate away from you. You know, I'm more of an introvert. I don't like being in front of the camera. I don't like um, showing a lot of my information. I give it to a select few. But I'm also, if you ask me a question and you if you need anything from me, you can call me. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna pick up. And if I got the information or if I can help you, I will. You know, I was raised up by my grandparents, and they always help people, and it comes down to me. They taught us spirituality, and they taught us um, always do for people and don't look for anything in return, because what God give you, no one can take away from you. So I'm that type of person. You know what I mean? And I'm straightforward, and it is what it is with me. But when it comes to finding good people out here in this community, I found a lot of good people out here. I got to admit, it's some out here that are genuine. They're not always trying to sell you anything, and they will help you. But you have to ask them for it. You know what I mean? You can't just sit around and hope that someone's going to do something for you without you actually doing work for yourself. They say this business could feel alone. You can feel alone in this business, and you need to surround yourself, like Buff said, with like-minded people. If you don't find that like-minded people, you're not gonna be in this business long. You're gonna feel like the world is caving in on you. You don't have no escape. I'm fortunate enough to have my wife doing it with me. I brought her into it and taught her uh, as much as I knew, and she's learning too. She got her own YouTube people that she watches, and she moderates and everything on their channels. So we're trying to get more engulfed into this community. But far by far, this community is a very, very good community. You just got to insert yourself in it, and reach out. So I would say, um, if you're hesitant on talking to the YouTubers or anybody in this community, I would say just get out your comfort zone. You got to get out your comfort zone, and you will see how God works, and He'll work wonders for you.
Mm.
That's all I have.
Awesome. Hey, I want to give a shout out to SSK Promo in the chat. They hit on that same point, middleman, that you can feel alone. And with this community, especially when you run into a lot of issues, like when I have issues, there's people I'll reach out to, something I can't figure out, something happens on eBay. I have a couple connects that I'll DM them on Instagram, be like, hey, I ran into this problem. What would you do? You know, that's what the community should be there for, is to help each other out. And I'm always happy, to help anybody too. But I want to give the floor to Betty Boop. Thanks again, like I said, for joining us on short notice. But it's crazy because it seems like no matter how many followers you may have on whatever platform, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, no matter how many followers you have, it always seems like it's like the same 10 people that are always just showing you the most love, sharing your stuff, commenting on your stuff. I know Betty Boop's been one of those for me. And she does that for a lot of people in the community. A lot of things I watch, shows I watch, she's always showing up, showing love. So I just really want to know, like, what brings you to spread so much love in this community? You know what I'm saying? So let me give you the solo layout, and then let us have it.
Thank you again for having me. Thank you for everyone in the chat. I see a lot of my peeps showed up, so I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to Mess Hall. This is an extension of
Defend the Hustle family.
Of Defend the Hustle. So please show support, because I try to support and give my energy to those that are like-minded in that sense of giving. We all give and take at some point, but you want to surround yourself with givers and people who give without expectation. And we could talk about this for hours, because it is very dear to my heart, because when we all grow up, when we grow up and struggle, sometimes our easiest way to get through that struggle is to help people. It's just what it is. God gave us, I think, that gift in order to help us get through. I am Catholic. I don't push my values on anyone, but I will always pray for you. I will always give you that sense of, I will be here if you need me. I'm in the backgrounds. Like, there's always divine purpose, and God brings us together for a reason, a season, a lesson. The cliche, it's true. You know, sometimes we're here just for one thing, for a month, for a year. And with reselling, I just felt like, you know, I've been reselling for 5 years, and you know, I was mostly a Poshmark girl. I recently came into eBay, so it's a whole different set of people that I'm meeting now. But you know, we did Poshmark meetups and things like that, and you know, we share our commonality: reselling, being a mom, fitness, whatever it is. And you meet people, and you know, you have people that will stay, you know, for a lifetime, and people that are just come and go. And you just have to know who, and you'll know, you know, just like the whole panel said, um, when you're real, fake comes out pretty quick. Like you can kind of tell by one or two meetings of someone, and not even really in person, but you can't really hide it too long. Like the way I am is the way I am always. Like this is who I am. You know, I have my good days and my bad days, but pretty much I'm this is it. I try to be positive. I try to you know, spread light and encourage people to be their best self. We all have something to give. We don't all know everything. So all of us are just part of that package, or part of that puzzle, to help each other grow, you know, whatever it is. And the amazing thing about the community is that some of us do Poshmark, some of us do eBay, some of us do Amazon, you know, some of us do pallets, whatever we, you know, and we're all learning from each other. And the encouragement for me is just, I just love seeing people do well and exceed and be happy and be there for them when they're not happy, because, you know, that's part of it too. Because some people are always there for the good times, but they kind of, you know, they're not really there when things are not so good. And those are the people you want to surround yourself with, people that are going to be there for you when you're happy and when you're not so happy, because we all have those moments. You know, I was fortunate and blessed enough when we had Dante's Prison to Profit convention, that I met a lot of amazing people that I've been following for a year, 2 years, and they're just as amazing in person. So, you know, just like David said, you have to put yourself out there, you know, and the people will, you know, you're going to attract the people that you are ultimately. If you're a freaking idiot, you're going to attract idiots. It's just how it is, you know. And if you're a good person, you know, you're going to attract an idiot, but you're going to find out that he's an idiot or she's an idiot soon enough. And then you just distance yourself, because I'll give you the shirt off my back until I realize that, no, I'm not going to be cold for you, you know? So I just support people who have something that I see, that you know what I mean? Something that the truth and the genuality, I don't know if that's a word, but just somebody that's genuine and doing the right thing and spreading love and spreading kindness, I'm going to support you all day. But once I see you're full of crap is when I walk. You know, my energy goes somewhere else. So, you know, and I'm very careful now of what mix I'm in, because there is, you know, like Buffalo said, unfortunately, there are people that are just taking what they can get, or using you for your kindness, and don't get it twisted. So I'm very kind, I'm very nice, but let's keep it that way.
Absolutely. All right, so I'll just throw a couple ideas out there for us to just throw around as a group. In my situation, what I look for is, of course, I support veterans always, because for one, I can relate to them, right? I know what they went through, and I know what they're going through now. You know, outside the military, trying to find their next, you know, career path or whatever they're doing. I always tend to lean toward veterans that are doing what we're doing as resellers, or whatever business they're trying to start up. Just because I can relate to that, you know. I have a soft spot for people from California, of course, because that's my hometown, born and raised. But I also look for energy. I look for the grind. I look for the hustle. You know, people that are really trying really hard. You know, no matter what happens, you know, their videos aren't getting many views. They're not getting as many likes. but they're just still every day posting. I really like that grind. I really like people that are trying their best. I love that energy. Of course, I'm huge into funny stuff. I try to post things and make people laugh. I think laughter is just heals everything, because there's so many people going through so many stressful times, that maybe you watch my dumb video and you get a couple chuckles, maybe for a couple seconds, you're feeling a little bit better. That's kind of what I aim to do. But when I first started, all I did was, I went on to Instagram, and like anybody that had, reseller or picker after their name, I followed them because I wanted to learn. I followed everybody that did this so I could learn from them. It was like, okay, let's see what these people are up to. Let's see what they're posting. Because most of us post, we'll post big finds, we'll post big sales. We always post the big stuff, the wins, right? So I always did that. I want to find these wins. That's how I learned brands. That's how I learned things to go sourcing for. Was just watching people on Instagram. But I think the whole social media, the community, I think it boils down to like our human need for like a connection, right? We all want some sort of connection, which whether that's friendship or we're looking for love or whatever it is.
Just froze.
He froze on love.
That's a perfect word to freeze on. Love.
Is everybody back?
You left.
Yeah, you're back.
I froze.
Right.
I think it was me, right? It was me that froze.
It was
we all here.
You froze on.
Yeah, of course the show waits till it's my turn to freeze. That's all good. But anyway, like the human connection aspect, right? We all want to feel a connection. We all want to feel like we're significant in some way. And whether that's like if people admire you, you feel like significant, right? Or if you're trying to help somebody else, you help somebody with their problem, you help somebody make it, you help solve their problem, you feel significant that you help them with their resolution, right? So what do you guys think of like that human connection aspect of our community? You think that's part of it? What do you think, Buffalo?
Hey, man, I was in the Twilight Zone. Repeat that question.
The need for a human connection. You think that's part of it?
In the resale world? The reason we do what we do? Is that what you're saying?
Just in like making friends online or social networking or whatever, is that need for connection?
I mean, for my perspective, I would say no, because I've never been everything I've done, like I mentioned earlier, that I tried to stay in the shadows when I learned the resale game, because I felt like I could do it on my own. I always been a person that been independent until I started meeting people in the resale world that, either was going in the same direction I was going in, or, was better than me. That's when I kind of opened up to the need of wanting to establish relationships. My whole outlook in life, man, is that I'm the type of person that my wife have to remind me to call my relatives. When I'm at work, if we not vibing, if I can't feel the real or fake in you, I can come to work for a whole year and we don't have to speak. That's just, me. I don't have a need to have a relationship with people. It's just something that I develop as a necessity just for reselling. But in my private life, I have a real small circle, and it's hard to get into my circle. And I'm a firm believer of protecting my circle from all of my kids, my wife, my grandkids. Everybody's in that circle is protected. That's why I do what I do. That's why I work so hard, so I don't have to depend on people for anything. And that's just the way I was built. I was built that way by my grandmother. She always told me that, don't depend on a woman to cook for you, clean for you, do things on your own. So she built that independence in me The military tried to break it, in which they did for 20 years. But then, as soon as I released myself from the military, I went back to the independent Tommy, and then all of a sudden, 4 years ago, I discovered reselling, and I found the need to reestablish getting to know people. And now it's like, this is one side of me that I kind of feel I need to keep, because I have met some great people in this community, and I don't want to lose the relationships. Long as I can see, like Betty Boo say, the genuine in that person. If I can feel that that's where we're going, like, I can honestly say, I have built a great relationship with 3 men on this panel. Glass City, we almost like we came from the same mom, the way we think. This guy right here cannot say nothing to hurt my feelings. I can't say nothing to hurt his feelings. And I have mad respect for him. That's how Diggs, like he said, he relate to and gravitate to military people. I'm the same way. Once I found out his mindset was similar to my mindset, we linked up. That's how the middleman, I mean, this guy, like he said, he's an introvert. But once I figured out that we are trying to go in the same directions, he had a passion for reselling just like I do. We just linked up, So, and I'm just speaking of the men now. Tanya, don't feel left out, because I feel the same.
Whatever.
Being with your husband, but you know how it is. I came to your husband first, so and I can say one more thing before I get off of my soapbox, is the same thing that Mess Hall was saying about Betty Boop. From the first time that I seen her was on Hump Day Hangout with Derek and Regina. When I seen her and the passion that she had for people and her whole conversation, I sat there, and that was the first time, because I always would come to Derek's show for the rant, just to hear him go off about different things. But when she came on the show and she was being passionate about, how she feel about people, her relationships, how she try to help people, I was like, I instantly was gravitated to her conversation. And from that conversation, we started connecting. I reached out to her, and then eventually I got on the show, and it's just been, we check on each other every week. So, and that's the relationships I like to have with people, even though I tried to, alienate myself away from that, but resale brought it back to me.
I'm gonna just pick back off some, we had said how me and Buffalo had connected through a video game. Well, that was my transformation in life at that time. I was going to a whole nother level in my life where I was settling down, getting from around fake $9 billers. I called myself being around. I was changing zip codes, put it like that. And as I was changing zip codes, my better half brought me a video game. She probably feel like she wished she never would have bought that one, but she bought me a video game. And, by me transitioning life choices and doing
a video game. It was a damn Xbox, okay?
Yeah.
It was was it PlayStation or Xbox?
It was
freaking Xbox.
And I now you asked that question. That's hard. Was how you was the friendships, or was you gravitating to people because you wanted to have some friends or whatever? At one point in time, that's what I was on the Xbox doing, to have that male camaraderie. I didn't have that no more after I left people that was not going the same place I was trying to go with myself.
That was a good way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wasn't the Tanya way, but that was a good way.
But it was, whatever, it's your way all the way. But I'm just saying, my mindset was even gravitating away from stupidity. And with this one, buying me this Xbox, and that's where I got conversation with other male guys, put it like that. That's where I had camaraderie with other guys, because we playing the same common goal. We playing a video game. So that's where I had fell into that, because I never thought I was going to meet them, outside of being on the Xbox. Because I never had no desire to meet them. So it was just like, hey, I can get on here. I know you on here. I can kick your butt. You can kick my butt. We have a few laughs, talk a little stuff. Then that's over with, you know. Then, like I said, this guy came around, and me and him had some kind of, because we two different, but we the same. And we love the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we like playing video games. But we had to grow and learn and see, is this person who he claiming to be, or he just yak, you know? And when you stay who you are, people can see your genuineness. But to answer that question on my behalf, because like I said, I don't have a face. I never had a Facebook. I've never had those platforms, never since they've been in existence. So if I don't know you, if you're not my friend, and I don't have your phone number, I don't need to reach out to you on Facebook and nothing else, because that means we ain't cool no way. If this the only way we supposed to be cool, I gotta reach to you or long distance friend. Hey man, if you didn't move across to Alaska, I got your phone number, you got mine, we still cool. It ain't nothing supposed to change that, you know. So I didn't understand this social media stuff. I didn't understand this. My friend in California, man, I just looked them up. Look who up. Man, you looking up people, that means you the police. That's how I look at it. What you looking up somebody for? Listen, I don't need nobody all in my business. That's how I used to think. And then I had to come out of the shadows and see that it is people that are genuine. They don't have to be in your city. You don't have to know them for 100 million years or none of that stuff. People, if you show who you are, people will show who they are. And if they're real with you, you can't do nothing but give them realness back. So that's how I looked at that whole thing, because it was weird to me. So, but I'm glad I'm here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you took that step. That's all that matters. You took that step, right? So for middleman, you know, I know you like kind of staying to yourself. You say you're a little bit introverted. Talking to people on Instagram, doing this show. I know we all talk through Instagram to each other. That kind of helps out a little bit, right? To help you figure things out. You don't feel alone, like, you know, they've been saying in the chat, helps you not feel alone out there. You get to share things through Instagram. Does that help out a little bit?
Well, with me, I think I wanted the reason why I didn't jump out there. Like I said, I'm a little introvert, but I'm a people's person. I grew up around a big family, so when I left Florida, went in the military, it made me even more of a people's person, because I got to meet different friends. I got lifelong friends now. I used to only have just my family, but I know everybody could tell that I got to get used to being in front of the camera. I got to get used to talking, because usually when I'm talking like the Buff or y'all or someone like that, you know, we spend on me and Buff be on the phone for how long, Buff? A lot of, you know, an hour, 2 hours,
man, yeah,
or hours or whatever. But
yeah,
you know, I have to warm up to you in order to really let you know any personal things about me or anything about me. I'm trying to get out of that now, because I want to be more informative with YouTube. I'm strongly pushing to open up a YouTube channel, because there's a lot of things I do behind the scenes that I know probably will probably be interesting, but I don't have the time right now, you know. But doing the show and talking to people, you know, it helps me wanting to do a YouTube channel, you know, and it's helping me be able to be more open to people and talking on the channel. It takes time, I think. It takes time, and for me, like now I'm getting tongue tied, because you know what I mean, I got so much stuff I want to say, but you know, it's not coming out as fast as I want it to come out. But yeah, it's taking time. You know, I'm warming up more to it. I think if when people start asking me questions, you'll start seeing, you know, me really talking and opening up more. But I'm a people person. I mean, my wife said I go and talk to people and smile at people. That's just because that's who I am. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's just bottom line.
Now I don't know if you've been noticing the chat, Betty Boop, but you're getting a lot of love in the chat tonight, man. A lot of
I
people
appreciate it, guys.
are complimenting how awesome you
I
are.
appreciate it.
Everyone appreciates what you do, of course. I know from this crew, I can say we really appreciate what you do for us. You always been one of our day ones. Everybody in the chat saying the same things. How great you are, how wonderful you are. So I want to give it to you to kind of give us any final thoughts, any words of encouragement, give us some more love. Give us something we can go out on because we've been over an hour now. I've been trying to keep these shows to an hour. I know we have a lot of things we got to go on, but just give us something. Give us something to go out on.
All right. I
I'm
appreciate
gonna actually
you
hold on.
all
Let me
really.
solo you out again because this is important. Everybody need to listen up.
So I'm sending all the love. So I really appreciate it. And it kind of gets me emotional because that's a big part of my personality. I am a Gemini. I'm a communicator by nature. Reaching out to people and bringing people together is what is my nucleus. It's what I do. I need people to I've been in retail my whole life. And so reselling is like right up that alley. Although with retail, you're around people all the time. So that human connection and interaction is very important. And I'm just fascinated by people in general. Just everybody has a story, old, young, whatever. We all have something to share. And it's just, I don't know. What Chris was saying about Buffalo, for me, that was like divine intervention. That was like meant to happen. That wasn't by accident. I just feel like we're here, we are here to serve. And ultimately, that's how I feel. So bringing people together and helping people to grow and to recognize their best self because we are all going through things in our life. And it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter how many children you have. It doesn't, we're all going through things in life, and we could use a pick-me-up at some point or a reminder of what greatness we have in us because we all have it. It's just something different that we all have to offer. So, for me, it's important for me to, like Mess Hall said, you gravitate towards certain people and you find your people and you just want to encourage them. Any little small thing that they're doing is a step in the right direction for them, and if you fall, just keep getting up. If I'm supporting you, I'm going to support you. When you fall, I'm going to support you. When you're doing great, it's it's just who I am, and I'm going to continue to do it. And I feed off of just that energy that you give me. I just want to give it back to you. And I truly, truly appreciate this community. And I'm very grateful. And I won't get emotional because I tend to get emotional, but I truly appreciate it. And thank you for having me today. And thank you all for being here. And just be kind. That will be my word. Just be kind.
I like it. Like I said, you were the first person I thought of when this topic came up. I said I gotta reach out to you because you've always been everywhere I've been, any show I watch, people that I follow, I always see you have a comment under their thing, or you're commenting in the chat on someone's show, or so I was like, yeah, I need to bring her on for sure. So I know I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. The chat showing you all kinds of love. So thanks again for that. Thanks to everybody in the community for helping me, for supporting me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this show. This is the kind of show that we're going to run. We'll talk about reselling a little bit, but then I want to get into like some deeper topics, bring some different kind of people on just to switch it up. We don't need to go talk about our Barbie hauls all day. You know, Buff. We don't need to talk about Barbie halls for an hour and a half.
Leave the Barbies alone, bro.
So thanks again for coming out, everybody. Thanks to the chat for chiming in and hanging in there with us. I appreciate you guys. And any last words from anybody? Anything you got put out? We got any bolos? Anything? Any hot tips?
The toy show, the Monster show or whatever for this weekend. Are you gonna be able to come down? Or are you good?
No, I was waiting on you to tell me.
Yeah,
you said you won't let me know today.
Yeah, Sunday. Sunday is good for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you
Yeah,
up.
just let me know. I mean, I know that's a bit little 4-hour ride, but
it don't matter. Art the Clown gonna be there. That's all that matters. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday.
Take care.